Well. We find ourselves in the same place once again. More recent upload. I'm trying to make it before the end of the month so I get my sponsorship, Raid Shadow Legends and all that. So there's something seriously wrong, you know? Something terrible happened today. We got to talk about this, okay? Let's see what these guys have to say about it.
Meanwhile, it's like deja vu. Today, millions are expected to hit the streets in all 50 states as part of the anti-Trump No Kings protest.
Okay.
This comes months after widespread demonstrations on the day of the Army's 250th anniversary parade.
A statement from the event's website states since June, President Trump has doubled down. His administration is sending masked agents into our streets, terrorizing our communities. They are targeting immigrant families, profiling, arresting, and detaining people without warrants.
What's wrong with that?
Several Democrats are expected to participate in the Johnson.
We're going to so-called.
What's he saying about this Mikey boy? Mikey boy.
Democrat leaders are going to join for a big party out on the National Mall. They're going to descend on our Capitol for their much-anticipated so-called No Kings rally. We refer to it by its more accurate description, the Hate America rally.
Oh, yeah, right.
The Marxists, the socialists, the Antifa advocates, the anarchists, and the pro-Hamas wing of the far-left Democrat Party. That is the modern Democratic Party.
But independent Senator Bernie Sanders says the rally is meant to do the opposite, like upholding the values of the Constitution and pushing back against what they say is authoritarianism.
What'd you say?
And pushing back against what they say is authoritarianism.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't hear you first there. Hold on, let's get that one more time here.
Opposite, like upholding the
Gotta get
values
this right.
of the Constitution and pushing back against what they say is authoritarianism.
Oh, okay.
No, Speaker Johnson.
Yeah, qualified.
The No Kings rally on October 18th is not a Hate America rally. In fact,
okay, Bernie, you're getting too old, brah.
On an exclusive interview on Sunday Morning Futures,
I love you.
He's not a king.
Mr. President, do you think that the government shutdown is all about this rally that's happening this weekend, the No Kings rally?
No, I mean, some people say they want to delay it for the king.
Way
to more than king. You know, they're saying they're
set the question there, bud.
I'm not a king.
Right.
And the narrative.
Schumer is urging protesters
cool.
to
Thanks,
march
dude.
peacefully. Most
Marita
of the
Barta
demonstrations
Robo
at the
or
first
some
No
shit.
Kings rally
Robo?
in June were peaceful, but a handful
Marita
erupted
Barta
into
Robo?
violence.
They were mostly.
Click here to subscribe to the
What did he say?
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brad.
What?
Thank you, Maddie.
Huh?
Several arrests. Charlie, Rachel, and Griff.
Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
They were mostly peaceful.
Yeah, right.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
All right, who else is talking about it? What we got here? No Kings Hamas. That's what I'm searching for, because that's what they're telling us about it. Let's see what NEWSMAX has to say about it. Wow, that's a cool game. Neat game. Whoa. Hey, sponsorship. Get me.
Thousands of Americans expected to take to the streets on Saturday during the next No Kings Day
Horribly
protests.
violent.
Organizers include the Democratic Socialists of America, George Soros, and the American Communist Party in New York City. One is planned in Times Square in just about an hour, and that's where we find NEWSMAX correspondent
Of course, the
Christina
American
Thompson.
Communist Party.
They're live with what to
All
expect.
too prevalent.
Christina.
Well, right now the protest is already starting to kick up behind me. You can see just some of the signs that are taking place. The fall of the Trump fascist regime is that large one, specifically right behind me. It's set to kick off at 11 a.m. We are expecting for thousands of people to come out here in Times Square in New York City to flood these streets and to spread these anti-Trump messages. Now, the No Kings Day of Defiance, it's been organized, they say, to reject authoritarianism, billionaire-first politics, talking anti-Israel radicals from global intifada movement. They're expected to join this rally here.
My brain hurts just hearing this bitch talk.
A call to action for the palace uptown here to flow into this Israel bloc, slotting them. Now, as Kings protests across the entire country, we're seeing these anti-Israel blocs slotting themselves into No Kings protests. This is funded in part by George Soros. He is repeatedly continuing to fund many of the organizations.
Where's my money at, man?
Out here today.
Hey, I need my money now.
This is potentially the global intifada's next phase, right? Carrying this anti-Israel rhetoric and messaging into these types of protests. U.S. as Hamas has linked the Free Palestine movement to domestic fights like fighting against ICE, fighting against police, and fighting against anti-fashion. YC for Don't Get Violent.
Christina Thompson keeping an eye on Times Square for us. Thank you.
Wait, what?
Back to you.
Thank you so much, Christina Thompson keeping an eye on Times Square for us. Thank you.
She's a fucking hero.
Information.
Truth. Look at that explosion.
Freedom is NEWSMAX. It's real news for real people.
Silly. All right.
The Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists,
right,
illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world. The Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals.
Let's have this on
criminals.
repeat,
That is who the
24/7
Democrat
at
Party is
TSA.
catering to, not the Trump standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country,
Wait, the button's
but around
not working.
the world. The Democrat Party's main constituency are made
do
up
its
of
thing again,
Hamas
I guess.
terrorists, illegal aliens,
Right.
and violent criminals. That is who the
I'm
Democrat
fucking trying
Party
here,
is
dude.
catering to, not the Trump administration.
Everybody claims they want to make big boy money. You want to make all that big boy money, you got to come do some big boy shit.
3, 6, 9 girls wanna drink wine. Tell the man not to waste your time. If the man broke, the man he a joke. So you gotta get loose with the Henny and the Coke. 3, 2, 1 girls wanna have fun. If the
Everybody claims they want to make big boy money. You want to make all that big boy money, you got to come do some big boy shit.
What the hell? Hey. What the fuck is that? That's fake news. Those are all AI shit. Uh-oh. It's all AI. Oh, man. Come on, dude. That is just cringe, bruh. Oh, man.
Our nation's democracy is at stake, and we are here to say we are
What is she talking about?
a nation that will not be
This is
bowing down to
crap.
any authoritarian rule. We are not going to be ruled by a king.
Fucking trying here.
Being
but
here in Germany, especially considering the
just
history that's here, we have a unique
don't need to hear about Germany, okay? What's that? A bunch of freaking socialist communist
pink
party?
salt and 2 other ingredients,
Sheesh.
unless you're ready to
boy.
donate your entire closet
Oh,
in
boy.
less than a week. Don't believe me? Give me 60
She's cutting that
seconds.
jello out of her body. Okay. It's really quiet. Okay. That's a lot of people. Uh-oh. Oh, no. They are such terrorists. Oh, shit. They're like bombing the city? Where's the chin vagina? With the wiener going into it. Curious about it.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Woo! We love that song, Hello, DC. Fellow citizens, it is wonderful to see so many of us out here today. We are here for the same reason our ancestors gathered here in 1776. We want our government to run without a king. Our government is based on ideas embodied in a constitution. Among other remarkable features, it guarantees our freedom to speak, as we're doing here today. Rather than doing one monarch's bidding, we have agreed to form a democracy, to work together, and to follow the laws that derive from it. No thrones, no crowns, no kings. I remember well Martin Luther King's dream and Resurrection City, the plywood structures on the National Mall erected to house protesters who came to town demanding equal rights and opportunities, barely a month after Dr. King had been assassinated. I remember well the Vietnam War. The mall was shoulder to shoulder, much as it is today. Traffic stopped citywide. The protest movement expanded. There were protests around the country, and the war was ended. We are protesting in the same fashion today. Only today, the stakes are higher. Rather than abandoning a war against an elusive, perhaps sometimes imaginary foe, we are confronting the possible end of our republic. We are here to tell our lawmakers that what's going on in our government is wrong. They must stop the abuses of this petulant president and his circle of sycophants. This president and his associates cannot tolerate dissent. To them, our free speech is frightening. They are arresting people and denying due process in courts. They tried to silence television hosts. They're trying to indict civil servants, prosecutors, judges, even their own cabinet members. But in this land, these sorts of actions are not new. In 1776, our ancestors had had enough. They declared independence from a king by means of a document stored safely right over there on Constitution Avenue in the National Archives. Although it was conceived 249 years ago, the Declaration of Independence describes a train of abuses connected with an absolute authority, a king with absolute power. Their king had refused to honor the law. Their king had refused to let lawmakers be elected. The king had made court judges dependent on his will. They cited the king sending, quote, swarms of officers to harass our people. Their language referred to, quote, cruelty and faithlessness scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous of ages. Their king was trying to, quote, render the military independent and superior to civil power. Our founders even censured King George for cutting off trade with all parts of the world. Do these actions sound familiar? 249 years later, no crowns, no thrones, no king. In short, the founders believed their king was, in their words, quote, totally unworthy to be the head of a civilized nation. Although the United States has been the world's leader in science for decades, this president and the members of his cabinet even failed to accept scientific facts. Contrary to Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, they do not promote the progress of science. They suppress it to the detriment of our health, well-being, and international competitiveness. It is a formula for failure. How did we get here? It hasn't been one instance of abuse of the power of executive order by this president. It hasn't been just one twist in a court ruling. Instead, it has been years in the making. Enabled by this president, a group of Confederates has worked together to undo many of our traditions and understandings of fairness and of citizens' rights. And they've done this through an odd legal tactic to overwhelm our court system with legal game after legal game, trying to hold or impound money secretly in order to let legal deadlines pass, to pretend that people they don't know, who are from different backgrounds, are somehow not quite citizens and not worthy of respect under the law. Let the world know that we will suffer no king. We will put the United States back on a course to lead the world in fair governance. Together.
Well, it's been good, guys. But I'll have to say goodbye until next time. You're welcome.